Hi students, 12th Standard Accountancy, Chapter-6, Retirement and Death of the Partner, Illustration sum number 4. Listen here, from the given information, we need to pause the journal entry and prepare the revaluation account. How can you pause the journal entry? So we have the format to pause the journal entry for the revaluation account. Okay, let's see that. Here I have given some examples of the asset items. What are they? Land, buildings, stock, furniture, motor car, cash, bank, plant and machinery. Okay, listen, whenever the asset value increases, what is the journal entry? Concerned asset account to revaluation account. Listen, okay, so at the time of revaluation of assets and liabilities, if the asset value decreases, what is the journal entry? Revaluation account to concern asset account. Okay, similarly, at the time of revaluation of assets and liabilities, even if the liability amount increases, what is the journal entry? Revaluation account to concern liability account. Okay, similarly, at the time of revaluation, liability amount decreases. What is the journal entry? Concerned liability account to revaluation account. Okay. So, listen. Suppose you forget to record the asset item. Later you can know it. You maybe know the unrecorded asset item. So, after it comes to your knowledge, then you recorded the particular asset item. Okay, so unrecorded asset item, later you recorded it. So, what is the journal entry? So, after unrecorded asset item is to be recorded, then the asset value increased. So, then the asset value increased. What is the journal entry? Concerned asset account to revaluation account. Similarly, if you forgot to enter the liabilities value into your accounts book, later it comes to your knowledge, then you recorded the unrecorded liability amount. Okay, so what is the journal entry? After you recorded the unrecorded liability amount, then your liability account is increased. Whenever your liability account increases, revaluation account is to be debited, the concerned liability account is to be credited. Okay, then after, so up to this you have to pause the journal entry for the given items. Okay, then after prepare the revaluation account as the ledger account, then you will get the profit on revaluation account. Okay, so whenever you get the profit on revaluation account, what is the journal entry? Revaluation account to all partners capital account. Then profit of the revaluation account transferred to all partners capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, then after prepare the revaluation account on ledger account, whenever you get loss on revaluation account, how can you pause the journal entry whenever you get the loss on revaluation account? The journal entry is all partners capital account to revaluation account. Okay, that loss on revaluation account will be transferred to the all partners capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, so in this method we are going to pause the journal entry and ledger account for revaluation account. Okay, for the upcoming exercise and examples. Listen, illustration sum number 4. Ramya, Sara and Tara are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. On 1st April 2018, Tara retires and on retirement, the following adjustments are agreed. Increase the value of premises 40,000 rupees. Listen, Ramya, Sara and Tara, these three persons are partners in a partnership firm. Okay, the three partners are sharing their profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Among these three partners, Tara retires on the date of 1st April 2018. Okay, on the retirement date, the following adjustments are agreed upon. First adjustment is increase the value of premises by 40,000 rupees. Okay, listen here, premises is an asset item. So, whenever premises increases, asset value also increases. So, whenever asset value increases, what is the journal entry? Concerned asset asset item accounted to revaluation account. Here asset item is the premises account. So dated on 2018 April 1, premises accounted of 40,000 to revaluation account 40,000 rupees. Value of premises increased. The second transaction is depreciation of stock by 3,000 rupees. Okay. Listen here, stock is an asset item. So stock value depreciation 3,000 rupees. So whenever stock value depreciated, asset value also depreciated. So whenever asset value decreases, revaluation account is to be debited. So revaluation account of 3,000 rupees to stock account 3,000 rupees. The next transaction is machinery by depreciate machinery by 6,500 rupees. Machinery is an asset account. So whenever machinery account is depreciated or decreased, asset value also decreased. Whenever asset value decreases, revaluation account is to be debited. Concern asset account is to be credited. So revaluation account at 6,500 to machinery account 6,500 rupees. The next transaction is provide an outstanding liability 500 rupees. So outstanding liability is paid 500 rupees with their labors, but they didn't record it in their accounts book. Later it comes to their knowledge, then they recorded 500 rupees outstanding liability into your liability side of their accounts book. Okay, so liability account increases. Whenever liability account increases, unrecorded liability account is to be recorded. So liability account increased. So whenever liability account increases, revaluation account is to be debited. The outstanding liability account 500 rupees is to be credited. Okay. Then you have to leave some spaces to enter the loss or profit on revaluation account into the journal entry. So for that you have to leave some space for enter the loss or profit on the revaluation account. Then you have to prepare the ledger account for revaluation account. Okay. So you know the format of the ledger account, which means revaluation account. There are two sides, debtor side and creditor side. Both side we have the particulars and rupees on both debtor and creditor side. Okay. Listen, on journal entry, whenever you see the revaluation account is on credit side, you are going to post it into the credit side of the ledger account. Okay. So listen here, we have revaluation account is on the first transaction. We have the revaluation account is on credit side. Okay, so you go to credit side of the ledger account and enter the opposite account, that means the premises account 40,000 rupees. So on credit side of the ledger account, you have to enter by premises account 40,000 rupees entered. So the second transaction you've seen the revaluation account is on debtor side. So what you have to do, you go to debtor side of the revaluation account, that means ledger account, and enter the opposite account on debtor side of the ledger account, revaluation account. Okay. So what is the opposite account? To stock account, to machinery account, to outstanding liability account. We have to enter it on debtor side of the revaluation account. So you come to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is to stock account 3,000 rupees, to machinery account 6,500 rupees, to outstanding liability account 500 rupees. So revaluation related transactions you are entered from the journal entry into the ledger account. Okay. Now we have to find out the balancing figure. How can you find out the balancing figure? Which side you have the higher value, that side first you have to calculate the total. In this way, we have the higher value is on credit side 40,000 rupees. So we have to consider that 40,000 rupees is as a total. So that same 40,000 rupees you have to enter it on total. After you enter the total on both sides, you have to draw double line below the total. Okay. Then you come to lesser side. Okay. Lesser side value, you have to sum up the lesser side value, that is 3,000 plus 6,500 plus 500. You got 40,000 rupees. Okay, sorry, you got 10,000 rupees. Lesser value amount is 10,000 rupees. You have to subtract that 10,000 from total value 40,000. You will get the 30,000 rupees balancing figure. Difference between lesser value and total, you got 30,000 rupees balancing figure. That 30,000, if you get the total on credit side, you will get the balancing figure on debit side. If you get the total on credit side, you will get the profit on revaluation on debit side. So you have to write that 30,000 balancing figure as the profit on revaluation account. Okay. Then 30,000 rupees immediately transfer to the old partners or all partners capital account with their profit sharing ratio. Okay. So who are the all partners? Ramya, Sara and Tara. These all partners we have to transfer that profit on revaluation to their capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. What is their old profit sharing ratio? 5:3:2. Okay. So 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10. Okay. So 5 by 10 for Ramya's capital, 3 by 10 for Sara's capital, 2 by 10 for Tara's capital. We have to transfer the profit on revaluation account with their capital account for all partners capital account. So in this way you got, so listen, 5:3:2 means 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10. Okay. First we have to calculate Ramya's capital account. 30,000 rupees profit with Ramya's capital account. 30,000 into 5 by 10 means 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10, 1 2 is 2, 15 2s are 30. Okay, this 30 is to be added here. So Ramya's capital account is that 30,000 rupees profit transferred to Ramya's capital account with this old profit sharing, we get 15,000 rupees. Similarly, Sara's, now we have to calculate Sara's capital account with profit of revaluation account with Sara's old profit sharing ratio is 3 by 10. Okay, 110 is 10. 3 tenths are 30, thus 3,000 rupees is entered, 1,030 is to be entered here, 3 3s are 9, 9,000 rupees will be transferred to Sara's capital account. Okay, similarly, the 30,000 rupees profit will be transferred to Tara's capital account with Tara's old profit sharing ratio is 2 by 10. Okay, 1 2s are 10, 2, 5 2s are 10, 1 5 is 5. 6 5s are 30, 30 is to be added here, 6,000 into 1s are 6,000 rupees. Okay, so that 30,000 rupees is transferred to Tara's capital with Tara's old profit sharing ratio 2 by 10. Tara's capital is 6,000 rupees. It will be transferred to Tara's capital 6,000 rupees. Okay, so do you have any doubt? Please comment it into the comment box. Thank you. Take care.